we are too bookish and too theorish. the practical aspect, we've just leave the practical aspect to somewhere, and you're always reading the books and just memorizing theories here and there, and that has not been the best. If you go to Legon, if you're a first year student, from first semester to the end of the second semester, all the grade that you will make will not be added up to the cumulative weighted average if you complete your degree course. So it looks like the first year is free. That's the academic issue of Legon. The first year is
University of Ghana.
Yes. And so they will start cumulating your average right from second year up to the time that you complete school. So it looks like it doesn't make most of the students too serious. That's my perception, though. I mean, people can differ from what I'm saying. It doesn't make most of the students too serious. Say, yeah, Chile, yeah,
Now, let me read the story from CDFM Online.com. It says the university in February announced a review of its academic system, as part of which grades obtained at level 100, which is the first year,
yes,
which were hitherto non-scoring, will now contribute to students' cumulative point average.
Absolutely.
At the end of their 4-year study.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You see, because previously you go to the first year, you are free. Because whatever you do, if you like get 100% in marks, it will not be added. But when you get to second year, then those are. That's why if you go to Legon, if you want to pursue medicine at Legon, first year you get medicine. Better you get medicine first year, because first year your cumulative point average will start right from the time that you come to this school.
But in summary, do you think this is necessary?
Well, on my part, I think it's necessary. Honestly, on my part, I think it's necessary. But people may also have the opinion. But on my part, I think it's necessary.
How does that affect students' performance?
I don't think it will affect student. I think it will affect the student performance positively, and not negatively. It will make the students react to academic issues with the seriousness, the zealous level, and more committed.
I'll get to George, but would you are in the University of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science, would you advise that a similar thing be introduced here?
I don't say a similar thing. No, the Legon, the way they grade their system is totally different from that of ours. Ours is 75, but it starts from just the first year that you step foot here. But Legon is 75, but the first year was free. But right now they are increasing it to 80, and they'll be adding it. So it's totally different. I cannot say it should be introduced here.
You don't want it to be introduced. Yet you say it's a very good.
Yes, it's very good, but I'm not in the position to say that it should be introduced here.
George,
this is a true trait or a character of the ordinary Ghanaian. And I think it's really reflected in his speech, as you heard him saying.
Okay.
He was quick to say that he will not be in a better position to say he should be introduced on Kenya campus, since he's now a product of Kenya University. So he does not want that to affect him, but rather it should affect his burden over there, right? Seriously, my brother was saying something that when you go to Legon in the first year, you are free, you chill, you do whatever, and it wasn't added. Who said so? Though it was not added, but you must have a pass grade before you could go to the second year. So not that they were playing about. You should have a point. They have a grading system that you must overcome that grading system before you go to your second year. So it doesn't mean that they were free, that you could do whatever you want, but still they were learning. I tell you, many people normally see Legon to be one of the chilling schools in the country. That when you go to Legon, extremely is about chilling. But I tell you, I've been there on several occasions, and if you see how brethren are seriously learning on the Legon campus, it's not easy. Getting 75 on university campus, I don't want to degrade any polytechnic institute, but I tell you, you cannot compare the two schools. Seriously, you cannot compare the two schools. That you are comparing something from the polytechnic to something with the university, which are two different schools altogether, right? And so that shouldn't be your base upon which you develop your points. That because it is happening at the polytechnic, it should happen at the university level. And now from now onwards, Legon, they are going to start from first year to final year. Whatever that you are going to study will be added to your CWA. And therefore, if this is going to happen, exactly what is happening on KNUST campus, and now you are telling them that they should increase theirs to 80, but for KNUST, we should maintain our standard.
No, I'm not saying this.
No. So in this
that is the policy of the authorities.
I'll get to you.
Seriously, it's true. That is the policy of the school. But are you not a student yourself? You should know the plight of students. That is not only about academics, not only about studying, but the university is a universal world. We add a whole lot of things, and not everybody that actually take care or that being taken care by his parents. Some do work and come to school again. There are a whole lot of things that people used to do on the university campus. So it's not exactly as people may see outside that it's definitely only academics. And with Ghana education, we don't actually practice. It's always about theory, and therefore you must memorize everything that you are supposed to. And it's not easy. Chewing and pouring for an A. I tell you, it's a policy that they want to upgrade the students, but I tell you, this shouldn't be the right thing that they should do. I think if they want to maintain standard, definitely they can maintain the standard on Legon campus. But if it should happen on Legon campus, I think it's not bad that they should cut across the universities.
Thank you very much. Bismarck has something to say.
Quickly, yeah. Kivas.
University of Cape Coast.
Yeah. And now their grading system is similar to what is being introduced by
the University of Ghana.
Yeah. So, I mean, they are also invested students. And they are also learning. And they are passing. And they have been coming out teaching, doing all sort of office, administration, politically, and that stuff. So, I mean, what's the big deal if you're going to introduce that?
Let me explain this. When you go to
don't
UCC,
have much time.
No, let me explain what he's talking about. Let me explain this. When you go to UCC, they have this kind of grading system that they do their exams in about 3 weeks or a month, based on monthly what you've learned that month. Okay, so it's like accumulating something that you've had. So if in this month you learned about 2 topics, or you treated 2 topics, that is what they're going to examine you. After that, they keep the results of that. When you go to the second month, they also examine you based on they've taught you on the second month. The same applies to the third month. And so at the end of the day, they add all and summarize it and give you the score that you've had on that campus. And therefore, if somebody should study right from the onset, from the first month to the third month, once UCC, when you do something for the month, they examine you based on that, based on the second month, and then after all, they add all the score that you had to give you that 80. And somebody should study right from the onset with topic 1 to at least 10 topics and have the exams at the end of the day. I remember one of our lecturers telling us that even not in his school that he was teaching in Texas, that they could examine a student within 3 hours for 70 marks score. How much more examine a student by 2 hours and give him 80 marks? It's impossible. And therefore, this shouldn't be their reaction. For UCC, they are doing things which is different from that of Legon, and so you shouldn't compare UCC to the others.
Okay, thank you very much. It's 2 minutes to 8. You're still on Community Watch on Focus 94.3. We'll be back in a short while.
Community Watch, only on Focus FM. Giving you information we judge you need, and also a space for public discussion. Community Watch, only on Focus FM.
Welcome to
Focus. Welcome back. This is to your Community Watch on Focus 943. I'll go for a musical break. When we come back, atta-kusi for Shena in the studios. Georgia J is here with us, and then Bismarck, or say a champion. We're going into details of how the University of Ghana's upward review of the grading system. Students will need to score 80% before they score they are graded A in the examination. The Bank of Ghana predicts an inflation rate of 9.2% by the end of the year 2009. How possible is that? We're discussing that here on your Community Watch. And then the STX deal was sent to Parliament, ignoring advice from the Attorney General, according to the Works and Housing Minister, Alban Sumana Bagban. It's 3 minutes after 8. This is your Community Watch on Focus 94.3. Adade Kwaku Boafo, good evening.
Good evening.
It's been a long time, Adade. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Okay.
Just like you.
How was the World Cup for you?
Well, it was really an interesting season for the whole wide world, and I think you see football as a game actually binds people of different nations together, and that alone will allow combatant groups within the world to even join forces and through the spirit of soccer, just enjoy themselves and forget about their rivalries.
Quickly, your assessment of the Black Stars' performance.
Well, you see, indeed, they performed really well to some extent, but I think you see one or couple players,